the moment I've been waiting for. It is here at last. It's been like probably 2 or 3 decades since I did the last Home Alone 1 and 2. Now I'm here to talk about the third of the trilogy, Home Alone 3. This should not take too long to talk about. If you're wondering why I'm playing the Sonic Mania Extra Final Troop boss fight instead of Home Alone 3, I don't want to get copyrighted playing that soundtrack. In the last Disney movie I reviewed it, I got copyrighted. Anyways, Home Alone 3 does not have any of the other cats from the last movie. All we got is Alex. Alex with the same name as his character. Scarlett Johansson as the sister. The Maris of Darwin, blah blah blah. Most of the actors I know from other movies, especially the one that plays Alice, was in Men in Black 2. Anyways, the third of the trilogy does not have Kevin or any of the other characters until the fourth of the franchise, nearly 10 years later. Anyhow, the third of the series shows a young boy named Alex that's a 10-year-old boy or 9-year-old kid. Doesn't like get pulled over by the angry neighbor lady from next door across the street. Doesn't look after the kid until like very half like the okay, why is it every time I put on images it only does not show more images of the film? Any Disney films I put on. Anyways, this one was slightly different. The main villains want to get a technology chip inside the toy car. Except for our main boss, which we only see in the bit of the film. So the criminals want the chip from the technology of the toy car. But it's gonna be easy when the smart kid named Alex calls the cops on them, but they do this like a few times, and now he takes matters in his own hands, like outwitting the villains, by setting up the traps just like Kevin. So his only friends are a parrot that can talk and his pet mouse or rat, Doris, is to outwit the criminals. Also, they want the toy car from their neighbor, disguise themselves as regular people on the side of the street. This movie does have some good humor in it, but I will not give too much away if you watch the entire film for yourself. It takes a while to get the good stuff in, but it's pretty much worth watching. And also, if you're like a huge Home Alone 3 fan of this movie, the reason why this film is kinda good and slightly okay film that ever existed. This is just a short review of the film I'm talking about. If I talk about this for like maybe 10 whole minutes, or like most people that review the whole thing for 20 minutes, this would be like a long video. Anyways, Home Alone 3 just has some interesting cast of characters in it. Including the bad guys themselves are downright hilarious to watch. Heck, I already know of Doug Walker. I gave this such a critic reviewed it before, and they already reviewed like almost all the movies. And someday I'll talk about the Holiday Heist one next. And I just rented whenever I buried not too long ago. But anyways, he's Home Alone 3, which is a basic film that existed for obvious reasons, instead of the other are taking good care of the kid, leaves him all by himself, and no a brother or sister to stay behind. To leave him all by himself seems a logical idea, I guess. But like I said, I will not give too much away if those of you haven't watched the film yet. You'll either like this movie or despise it for a reason that does not have Kevin inside it or any of the main cast from the first and second film. But the actor that plays Alex does a pretty darn good job playing the kid pretty well. It does have some good funny moments in it. I actually did chuckle at most parts. The traps are pretty creative and actually pretty smart for a young kid to set up all those traps. I think this movie was actually pretty good. It has some good soundtrack, interesting cast of characters. Again, it's a basically passable film. So this film is not as bad as what people say. It's just there to exist shall we say, bounce the money of the franchise. Is pretty much how it is right now. It's not the worst film that ever existed. As a kid, I actually liked it. Since I'm old now, it does have the most funniest lines I ever heard in movie history. Especially the villain saying, "You swing my lanky. Well, if you change your shorts once in a while, and you won't have rats in it." Still got some good funny jokes here and there. It's pretty much a reason why Home Alone 3 is one of my most favorite ones of the trilogy. Except for the fourth one and Holiday Heist. At least they tried, but it's acceptably how it is for these films. And sadly, this would have been like John Hughes' last film he would ever do in the mid-90s. But he's still a great director of all time. Most of his films were slightly okay at most parts. So Home Alone 3 is on the scale of being an alright film to being okay. So I give it like a solid 7 out of 10, being a huge successful film of the entire franchise of them all. Thank you all for listening, mates. See you in the next Disney movie review.